Welcome to the Complete Hire Equipment Round 4 WRFL Preview Show. I'm Andrew Wilson, along with me, as always, is Peppe Cavalieri. Welcome, Peppe.
Hello, thank you.
Let's start with Rams Division 1, Altona take on Albion. Altona on fire so far in 2018.
They are. They've been terrific, beaten some really good teams, Spotswood, Deer Park, and now Sunshine. And they will beat Albion next week, and they will do it comfortably.
I agree there, Altona comfortably. Deer Park versus Sunshine. This is our match of the day on 88.9 Win FM. A disappointing Sunshine last week against Altona. And Deer Park, surprisingly, 1-2 to start the season.
Yeah, they've played some good teams, though, Deer Park. They've come up against Altona and Spotswood, lost both. They got a win in between, but this is a real crunch game for them. Neither side wants to fall 1-3. Deer Park at home, too strong. Based on form, I think they're playing better football than Sunshine are at the moment.
Hoppers Crossing versus Spotswood, normally two of the big contenders. Hoppers Crossing not travelling as well this year.
They're still 2-1 Hoppers Crossing, so they're going okay. Haven't set the world on fire as yet. Spotswood, though, their form's been a lot better. Really good close win against Deer Park last week and Altona the week prior. So I think I'll tip the Woodsmen to get it done, even though they have to travel away. Yeah,
I'm going to go Spotswood in that one. Werribee Districts take on Caroline Springs. I think Werribee Districts a bit too strong.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Caroline Springs have shown glimpses throughout the year, but Werribee Districts at the moment, they're setting themselves as at least in the top two at the moment.
And the final game in Division 1 is Wyndham Vale taking on St Albans. A must-win for St Albans if they're going to really press for a finals chance in 2018.
Yeah, it really is, and they should be able to get the job done against Wyndham Vale, who haven't been able to notch a win yet this season. Even though it's at home for Wyndham Vale, I think St Albans, they've shown enough that they should be able to get the job done.
Division 2, Auburn Vale take on Newport Power. How do you see this one going?
It's an interesting one, Willow. Newport Power coming off their first win last week, starting to show some good signs. I think, though, at home, I'm still going to have to tip Auburn Vale. I think just a little bit too strong, but I think it'll be close. Yeah,
it's going to be a hard one to tip in that one, but I'm going to go with Auburn Vale as well. Manor Lakes take on Parkside. Parkside have come off playing two of the better sides in Division 2, but I think they'll get the win here.
Yeah, they've been really tested the last few weeks, Parkside. A really good gauge for them. Manor Lakes, it's been an interesting start for them. Clearly not what they're after, 0-3 after 3 rounds, given where they thought they would be. It's such a big game for them. I think it'll be close, but I'm tipping Manor Lakes.
All right, I'm going Parkside in that one. It's a battle of the Footscrays with North Footscray taking on West Footscray. How do you see it?
Yeah, another good test for West Footscray. They were beaten by Yarraville Seddon at the weekend, and now they come up against their rival North Footscray, who I think will be too strong. I'll tip the Devils, but certainly the Roosters have been putting in some better and better performances.
Yeah, I think North Footscray will be far too strong in that one. And this is a big game, this one. The final game in Division 2, Yarraville Seddon against Point Cook. This is going to be a cracker.
It really will be a great game. You look at the results, and it's so tempting to tip Point Cook. You do so with some trepidation, though, I think. And although I almost tip the Bulldogs, I'm tipping the Eagles based solely on the fact that we just don't quite know enough about Point Cook yet to jump fully on their bandwagon. They've made the perfect start. They haven't lost a game, 3 wins. If they can beat Yarraville Seddon, they're a real chance. They're a real premiership threat if they can win. Yeah,
this is going to be a great test for both sides. Will Point Cook still have the element of surprise coming into round 4? So in Division 3, Laverton take on Glen Orden. Laverton coming off their first win of the season against Braybrook last week.
Yeah, they might have got a touch lucky coming up against a Braybrook side that only had 3 days rest after the Anzac Day clash, but don't take anything away from the Pies. They deserved that win as much as anyone, and a real confidence booster for them. Glen Orden struggling somewhat still. I like Laverton, though. I think they showed a little bit in patches last year, and last week would have given them a lot of confidence. So at home, I think, for their home fans, going to make it back-to-back wins for the Pies.
Right, I'm going to go with Glen Orden. North Sunshine take on Wyndham Suns next week.
Yeah, Wyndham Suns just going along nicely, haven't lost as well. Only 2 sides in Division 3 are unbeaten, so they'll be too strong, I think, for North Sunshine, but expect it to be, close enough for maybe a half or 3/4.
Yeah, Wyndham Suns for me. Sunshine Heights take on Point Cook Centrals. Again, their Point Cook Central's form has been fantastic to start the year.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise packet. They have recruited really well. They've talked about that in the early weeks of the season. They just lost to Wyndham Suns a fortnight ago, and now they got the job done against Tarneet, so they're proving themselves a real contender, certainly a finals aspirant. They just missed out on that last year. This time I think they can really make a jump, and against Sunny Heights, who have been a little scratchy, I think they might win the Sharks. It'll be a good game, though.
Yeah, I think Point Cook will win that one. And the final game of the round is Tarneet versus Braybrook.
This is a really intriguing clash as well. Braybrook will need the week to recuperate, rest.
Certainly,
they've got a few injuries. Not sure how long, whether some of those players will pull up. Tarneet have been scratchy as well, and really their form hasn't really lived up to where they would have liked, I wouldn't have thought. At home, though, if they are serious, the Titans, they have to win, and I'll tip them. I've got a bit of faith in them still, the Titans. They should get the job done. Yeah,
they have been a little bit disappointing so far at the start of the season. Braybrook with a few injuries, depending on how selection goes for them. I'm just going to go with Braybrook. I think they've just been the better side so far this season. So this has been the complete hire equipment round 4 WRFL preview. Good luck to your team this week.